Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MJ headquarters with a resident prince of pre-workouts, Vince.
What's going on?
Vince, we have a all-new pre-workouts.
We do.
Well, technically, it's a updated version.
Reformulation.
Complete reformulation, as a matter of fact, from our good friends at Australian supplement company Magic Sports Nutrition. Magic Pre version 2022.
2022.
Shall we call it?
Yep.
Vince?
Yeah.
Let's take a deep dive.
Let's do it. So from the top, we are looking at 25 serves per tub, and a serving size is roughly 15 grams.
Yes.
So decent, quite a big serving size for a pre-workout.
It is a big serving size. And as we kind of go through this formula, we'll compare it to the original version of Magic Pre, because I think that's what a bunch of you guys want us to do anyway. So we're going to do it.
Yeah. So there is 15 calories, 3 grams of protein, which is mainly from the actives, so may not be there.
Yeah.
No one really counts them in a pre, I don't think. Anyway, no fat, a little bit of carb making up that as well.
Yep.
There is 3 milligrams of sodium and 16 milligrams of potassium in here as well. And then we get into the actives. So we have 4 grams of L-citrulline, which is converted into L-arginine to increase nitric oxide and increase pumps and blood flow.
It is nitric oxide booster and a good dose, the 4,000 milligrams. Interesting, compared to the original Magic Pre, they used citrulline malate. They've now gone to pure L-citrulline. Smaller dose, but you can do that with pure L-citrulline.
100%.
So 4,000 milligrams to start.
We then have betaine anhydrous in a 2,000 milligram dose, 2 gram dose, which is more so in there for muscle power.
It is, yeah. It's a precursor to creatine, betaine. A little light on the dose here. And this is an ingredient that they did take the dose down in compared to the original Magic Pre. It was 2.5 grams. So similar dose.
Similar.
They brought it down to 2 grams. We like to see generally betaine in the 2.5 plus range. So it is it is a little light on the dosing there, but as you guys will find out, there is creatine in here as well. So the 2 ingredients work synergistically.
We then have beta-alanine in a 3,000 milligram dose.
Good.
Which is going to help kind of reduce fatigue.
100%. Buffer to fatigue toxins. Precursor to carnosine, which buffers those fatigue toxins. They've taken the dose up from the original. Which is good. The original only had 2,000 milligrams, which is, it's going to do something, but the closer we get to the scientifically validated dose of 3,200, the better it is, and we're almost there. We've got 3,000 milligrams of beta-alanine. And
then it's even more to get to that saturation point of beta-alanine as well, which is always going to help. Creatine hydrochloride in a 750 milligram dose. So the synergism there with the betaine, like you mentioned.
It is.
Increasing muscle power.
Yeah, a little light on the dose of creatine HCl as well, but once again, we've got to consider the synergism now, because we've got the betaine in there, we've got the creatine in there. Those ingredients do work quite well together to boost muscle power. So the fact that the doses on each of the ingredients is a little light is not really that big a deal.
100%. We then have L-tryptophan in a 50 milligram dose, which is converted into 5-HTP, which is converted into serotonin.
It is.
Really in there as a mood regulating ingredient.
100%. It's just going to increase your feeling of well-being, increase your mood while you're training.
We then, on that, have acetyl-L-tyrosine in a 750 milligram dose, which is in there to increase the production of L-dopamine.
It is. Yep. Another feel-good hormone.
100%. We then have some taurine in there in 1 gram, which is really for electrolyte balance, can help with CNS stimulation as well. But really electrolyte balance and endurance more so.
Endurance I think as well. There's a little overlap between beta-alanine and taurine also. So we get some endurance effects from taurine, and obviously we get the anti-fatigue effects from beta-alanine as well.
100%. We then have alpha-GPC in a 50%, 200 milligram dose. Which is really in there to help stimulate the formation of acetylcholine and help with mental focus.
Mental focus precursor. Little light on that dosing, the 200 milligrams. We like to see at least 300 milligrams, but it's in there nonetheless.
It is. We then have citrus aurantium, or bitter orange, which yields synephrine hydrochloride in a 30 milligram dose, which is really another stimulant.
Yeah, it is, and it's the maximum allowable dose in Australia of synephrine, of what yields synephrine effectively. So,
we then have natural caffeine in a 200 milligram dose, which is a part of the stimulant blend, because then they back it up with caffeine anhydrous in a 100 milligram dose. So those 3 plus the next one really make up the stimulants in here.
Yeah, and the next one is, Vince?
Juglans Regia, or English walnut extract, in 150 milligram dose, which is the final stimulant in here as well.
Yeah, so it's a pretty comprehensive stimulant blend that they put together. Much different to the original Magic Pre.
Yeah. And
the benefits of this stimulant blend is you've got obviously the caffeine anhydrous that's going to hit real quick.
Yeah.
As too is the English walnut.
100%.
From a CNS stimulant perspective, they're going to hit real quick. Then you've got the synephrine in there also, which acts as a stimulant on top of that. And then you've kind of got the long tail of the natural caffeine, which makes up the bulk of the stimulant blend here. So we've got a bunch of stims that are going to come on really fast, really strong.
Yep.
And then the natural caffeine is going to kind of taper off, so you don't really experience much of a crash.
100%. We then have some Agma Pure, agmatine sulfate in a 700 milligram dose, which is going to inhibit the breakdown of nitric oxide, so your pumps stay for longer.
Yeah, and good synergism with the L-citrulline in the big 4,000 milligram dose. L-citrulline is the precursor to arginine, which is going to boost nitric oxide, and then the agmatine prevents that nitric oxide from being broken down as your body tries to reach homeostasis. So nice synergism to really kind of prolong the pumps. I think of agmatine as like a pump prolonging ingredient.
100%, yeah. We then have some piperin, or black pepper extract in a 5 milligram dose, which is really in there to help absorption of everything.
It is, and there's a whole lot in there to absorb, Vince. Thoughts on this formula?
I quite like it. I mean, very heavy on the stims, but it's a good change. I think the additions they've added in are really going to take their pre-workout to the next level, and for those people who like a strong, hard-hitting pre. Yeah,
it's a far more comprehensive formula than the original
100%.
Version of Magic Pre. So I think soft clap, bravo to Magic and the guys at Magic for making this reformulation really a step up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we see reformulations and we're kind of like, why did they bother? They've made significant improvements to this formula and really kind of rounded it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of rounding it out, how does it stack up against the 5 effects we look for in pre-workouts?
Let's go through them.
Let's start. Muscle pumps.
Good. I mean, with the citrulline and the Agma Pure, quite good, I think.
I would give it a tick.
Yep.
Muscular endurance.
Good. Good dose, a bit of alanine in there with the taurine as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tick.
Yep.
Muscle power.
Good. Betaine and creatine, both a little bit under, but both in there rather than just one. So I'll give it another tick.
I'll give it another tick.
Yeah.
Mood, mental focus, feeling of well-being.
Mood, I think, is going to be really good. Mental focus, the alpha GPC is probably a bit under. But in saying that, the J Regia or English walnut actually gives a little bit of cognition effect as well.
It does. It does.
So probably a tick.
Yeah,
but just maybe 3/4.
Yeah, you could probably go 3/4. I would say there's probably a few ingredients there that we'd like to see as part of a nootropic blend. But let's say 3/4.
Yeah.
And then finally energy.
Really good. Full tick.
So we're 4 3/4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Which is a huge effort. Very difficult to get close to 5 ticks in the effects that we look for in complete stimulant-based pre-workouts. So another time, little clap to the team at Magic for putting together a really, really impressive pre-workout formula. Vince, where are we at in terms of flavors, price, and availability?
So 3 flavors at the moment: a mango, grape, and raspberry.
Yep.
And we're looking at $69.95.
For 25 serves.
25 serves.
It's exceptional value.
It is very good.
For an almost tick all the boxes, complete stimulant-based pre-workout, 25 serves, $69.95. That's crazy.
Ridiculous. $2.80 per serve.
You know what? I'm gonna go 3 times. Little clap to Magic. That's very impressive, man, from a value for money perspective.
Yeah.
And availability.
Right now.
Available right now. I'm excited to train on it, to
be honest. Just came in.
Yeah, after our little deep dive. Guys, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, your smart TV, and whatever other device you are watching this video on, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new basic breakdowns and everything else we've got happening here on the channel. That is Basic Breakdown on the all-new 2022 reformulation, new version, Magic Pre. Until next time, where we're coming to and from, Vince.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay